Here we are, the first stop on my own Tourmato, and we are outside this building, this spotty building here. I've just been inside with my photographer son William, and I'm going to tell you exactly what this is, but if you can imagine that entrance, I'll just bring the camera around. If I can work out how to do that, it's been the first time that I've tried to do this. Here. So here's the entrance, and back in 1978 we were interested in, and before that there was a garage door style shutter across this bit with a little human-sized door in it, and you opened up the door and you went inside. I'll just show you what it is now. It's a software company called IOVox. In there, I'm going to tell you what it is, but it opens out into a much larger and very dramatic looking place. And this was very well known by everyone who worked for Yes, and the band members as well. So let's just show you a little bit around the environment. We're very fortunate. It's a beautiful day, and this is the slightly nicer around that area of London than it used to be when Yes were here. It really is a beautiful day and blue skies to show you this first place. And don't be too put off by the windows up there, because it goes into the back, and it's a big, huge area which was used for something. I'm not going to tell you what it is. We got there at exactly the right time. Very kindly, Kat let us in. She's one of the people who works there now. But we've taken some photographs, which you'll see in the book. And if you're here live, like Brian and John are, then you would have seen at least the location of this space. Well, thanks very much, everyone. And the next stop will be in just a few minutes' time, so I'll start the live video again when we get to the next location. Thanks very much for now. I just need to be quite quick in this location, because just behind me there was the grey door, and images is a certain location which the Yes management, well, just walked about 15 minutes so whatever that was, to this place where management hung out. Just about 10-15 minutes, and just around here we are. So we've got Notting Hill Gate just down there, and some lovely old buildings. This office here, you can see how much the area has changed. We've got beautiful things like Highgate House there, and that's office itself. And then you have some high-rise 1950s, 60s. Maybe those were brand new when you stood here. And you just about to see a statue on the top of that building there. All right, so see you at the next location. Hello, Ken. Just before I finish, saying hello to Ken Fuller and Ricardo. Nice to see you. Okay, so it takes about probably 25 minutes to get to the next location. I'll see you then. Hello again, or hello for the first time. I've reached our next destination on my own Tourmato, and this time is Vision Studios. Okay, we're proud. There's a van right in front of me. Let's swap around the video. So here it is, where the backing tracks for Tourmato were recorded in 3 months. Once again, it's just a facade, and behind are all the original rooms where the studios were. It's all cut around and not really worth going inside it anymore because it's so completely different now. That's Black Street, very close to the BBC not television centre, but BBC Broadcasting House. I'm slightly out of breath because before I just walked quite a while. But this is still a recording studio. They do voiceover and soundtrack work and all those sorts of things. But if you've seen the behind-the-scenes video of On the Side of Wings of Freedom, you'll recognise these doors or similar ones that used to be here. And as you can see, here's a little bit about this studio here, now called Sound Company Limited. And you can see that, yes, as mentioned alongside T-Rex, the Yardbirds, Pink Floyd, Status Quo, etc., etc., etc. So many different people, Kate Bush, Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, and lots of other things. And this time I'm going to keep you on camera as we walk around to the next place. So if you imagine yourself one of the members of Yes recording Tourmato or one of the other classic albums that were recorded here now. Behind Advision, there was another place which was a partner company to Advision. So I'm just going to take you around the corner here so you can... This has changed and that building there has changed. Quite a bit of this will be exactly the same as it was in 1978 and earlier, when Yes were very much around this area, getting some new looks as I walk down here. I'm not sure Pret a Manger were here in 1978, but a lot of the buildings I think will be pretty much the same. Hello again to Ian, and good to see you back. Oh dear, there's somebody being loaded into an ambulance. It all happens on these streets in London. So I'm just going around. Let me see if I can find yes, it's now the Cocoa Nails Club. But I'll nip over the road and let you see this place. Here we go. Still benefiting from the beautiful weather today. So here it is, Cocoa Nails Club, which in 1978 was Feldon Audio. Oh, thank you, Doug. I shall speak up a bit. Sorry about that. Yes, this was Feldon Audio, partner company to Advision. And this is where they sourced some of the equipment that was used in the Tourmato sessions. For example, Chris Squire's Eventide digital delay unit came from Feldon Audio and was taken just around the corner to Advision and to record there. Alright, fantastic stuff. So that was Advision, and round the corner to Feldon Audio. And the next stop will be not quite Rack Studios, but somewhere very close to Rack Studios, and then on to Rack Studios. And hopefully we'll be joined by Dave Watkinson. And he's watching at the moment. Hello, Dave. We'll see you in a few minutes, hopefully, Dave. And I'll let you know exactly where we are. And we'll see everybody else. I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour, something like that. All right. Welcome back. I'm now at a place which is very important in the Tourmato store, and then the store. This amazing looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 story house. Someone who provided some great waiting who just walks to this from the station, the underground station. So, past the most amazing shops you've ever seen in your life. If you've never been to London along this particular road, every jeweller and expensive clothes shop you can tell I know not what I'm talking about at all. It's there. So I'm just going to get you a closer view of this house, turn the camera around, and then I'll walk across. There's someone sitting here in a very expensive car. It looks like a driver. So here it is, number 46 Pont Street. I can just show you. It's split up into flats now. It's down here in the basement. One of this man's entourage lived. And then he himself lived on the first floor here. On the middle two floors, he let them out to tenants, but rather well-to-do tenants. And on the top two floors were his workshop and his cabinet maker's workshop. So that gives you a pretty good idea for it. The 46 Plymouth Street. Say hello to Ian Livingston. Hello there, Ian. And David. Hello, David. And here we are. You can see the kind of area that this guy lived in. It's absolutely glorious with all these huge, all these huge buildings in a kind of continental style. Holland, Belgium, Denmark, that kind of thing. And I think that's a Danish church there. And further down this road, Pont Street, there is or is it just around the corner? No, I think further down this road is the Danish embassy. So it's an area of London which is absolutely dripping with money. All right, so very important, and just read the book. You'll find out about who lived at 46 Pont Street and why it was so important to Rick. Right, so we're off now to go to Vision, Rack, and various other places. So another quick video. Next one will be a little bit longer because I've got a tour to do to take you from Vision Rack to show us things. Thanks very much for watching. Hello again, everyone. I forgot about this one. Before we get to Rack, I've just popped over to Tin Alley, which is a legendary street to do with musicians and music, and it's still packed with music shops. Let me turn around and show you a few things. And there we are, guitar shops particularly, and there's a blue plaque which I'll try and get on short for you. Out into the road, and zoom in. Tin Alley. Yep. So 1911 to 1992, and this is the zoom out again. This is the Gioconda. No. Just talking to me. No, it wasn't the S offices. I'll tell you about it in a minute when I've done this, but I can't get ready. Right, back on track. That's the Gioconda, which is a very, very famous bar, cafe. And here's Rose Morris guitar shop. You can see all the guitars in the window there. Rickenbacker, for example. But here, this place, I really want to show you, which is now No Tom Vintage and Classic Guitars. Also to get a proper view. This is where Hypnosis Studios were, and this is where the allegedly famous Tourmato was squashed on the front of the album cover. This is where Poe worked. And nice and busy here, and Poe will have worked on the album cover in one of those rooms there. And at the back of this building were offices and rehearsal rooms for people like the Sex Pistols in the 70s. And, one last thing just to show you before we run off to Rack, if I can zoom in, just about. Someone's got some workshops up there. I don't think you can see what it says, but it's a good pun. It says "Stairway to Kevin" on that. Oh, William's taking a photograph of it so you can see it. So "Stairway to Kevin." Okay, next time if you can hear me at all, next time you hear me, it'll be from near Rack, hopefully with the illustrious Dave. Hello, Martin. Just off now. Right now, this is a place you might recognise from a certain photo shoot And with me here, let's turn it around so we can see Dave. There's Dave. Say hello, Dave.
Hi. Sweeping under the bridge.
No, I don't want to film you people sweeping under the bridge, thank you. Right, I'll just swap the camera around. So, here we are. It's difficult to see at the moment, but this is where the photo shoot for the back cover of Tourmato took place. And just down here is the bridge that you can see in the background of some of the behind the scenes photograph. That's Blow Up Bridge, so called because it did blow up and the whole top of it was destroyed. They kept the iron pillars, but everything else was destroyed, so they had to remake it. And you can read the whole story in the book. So what we're trying to do is to find, William is trying to find exactly where the photograph was taken, working from the behind the scenes photos by Jim Halley. And I think he's doing pretty well, actually. He looks like he's staking out. Do you reckon this was it then?
Essentially,
William?
because they may have taken out the step. I'm just thinking about the size of the size of that.
Yeah.
With the trees.
Well, it's there.
That tree is that tree, which means that this is where the stump was.
This is where the stump was. All right. Well, you're going to take us. You've left the bag all the way
it's in
over there.
this hole.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's actually a really large area. It doesn't look like it on the photographs, but something interesting over there. If you notice that there's a jogger over there, and in the background of one of the photographs from the behind the scenes of this photo 55 years ago, there were some joggers in the background, and still today, joggers going past us. All right, I'm going to finish this now while we set up for the photographs, and then I will see you at Remixed. Just the last slide, and I think it's backwards. Yes, it is. RA10, RAC. This is the RAC studio where the overdubs are done. Let's turn the camera round. We've just stepped inside, and through this window here, they are actually doing sessions at the moment. Through this window here is the control room, and it's the same console as when Dave visited, in the studio. We're going to try and come back when we can to get into the studio itself. There's a possibility that we might be able to, but obviously they're working at the moment, so we can't do that. Up on the wall, Mickey Most, the founder of RAC, who made Dave and his brother a cup of tea when they turned up all those years ago. So, thank you very much indeed for watching all these bits of live. I'll stitch them together, and I've got some brilliant photographs and some quite funny photographs as well, particularly from RAC here. Bye for now.